Yeah.
Are you doing this?
Yeah.
All right. The kind of first few things of starting the machine. Obviously know where the ignition is, and then that's over here. You have to wait for the glow plugs to. There will be a countdown. I don't think you should turn it sideways.
Yeah, just.
And then start the machine. You have to know what controls you're on. If you're on the standard or the ISO, everything we do is on the ISO. Because that's the way I learned, so that's the way you're gonna learn. And these move the controls forward and backward. Forward is always towards the dozer. That always moves forward, no matter what direction the machine is rotated. This always moves towards the dozer blade. So that's very important. This can come up for safety reasons. You can pull it up if you need to escape the machine. You can escape the machine this way too. One big thing, if you're ever operating the machine with this open and moving forward and backward, you should be wearing a seatbelt, because there's plenty of times where you'll accidentally push the machine in the wrong direction, and if you're not ready for it and you're leaning the wrong way, it can send you right over the edge, and there's not much to stop you, and then you could be hung over the edge and then also continuing to drive the machine forward. So it could be a pretty nasty situation with no way of stopping it. So this controls the dozer blade up and down. If you push it all the way forward, that makes the blade into float. So the blade will be able to, it'll just ride over the surface. It's pretty good. That helps it for scraping, if you're scraping a driveway or if you're just back dragging something. This button right here, you press that, and that is your high speed, so you'll go a little bit faster. You do have to pay attention if you're carrying a load, especially with the larger bucket, carrying a load up high, and you're going full speed, and you're going down a hill, and you come to a complete stop, the machine will want to tip. So, and also it's the most stable when you're digging over top of the dozer blade. If you're digging out, the further out you dig, the less stable the machine becomes. It's the least stable digging sideways, so you're more likely to roll the machine sideways, roll the machine over that way. I think that's everything for that. Can you think of anything?
I mean, controlling the
arms. Yeah. Well, I'll have to have it running for that. But yeah. One other tip is when someone approaches the excavator, this will have to be down. No flying over.
You're on to us.
This has to be down to actually operate the machine. If someone approaches the vehicle, you need to lift this up, because it just actually happened 2 days ago where someone reached in to shake my hand and started turning the machine, and it was a little scarier than I think
Yeah.
anyone thought it would be. So yeah, just that's definitely something to pay attention for. For this particular machine, this is the heater controls, heater and the air conditioning. If you press this button forward, this green button forward, that turns the air compressor on. So that works for the defrosters, and it also works for the air conditioning. One thing to note with that, if you're running the machine very hard, if you put this all the way on, you will notice a lack of power. It will suck the power down. So that hurts the performance a little bit when you're really digging something aggressively. So, and another tip is you don't have to be at full throttle all of the time. You can back it off a little bit. Usually full throttle on these is about 2,500 RPM. The machine will run just about the same at 2,200 RPM, but it deadens the controls to where it's not so snappy. So especially if you're learning how to use a machine, or if you're in a situation where there's somebody near the end of the machine, it really helps so the machine's less likely to kind of jerk around. So, all right, now we're gonna start it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it.
So turn it on, let the glow plugs, turn the ignition on, let the glow plugs count down. Some machines it'll just say the word wait, and then you can start it up. And then to operate the machine in the ISO form, this lifts the whole boom up, pulling back on the stick. Forward is down. To the left, curls the bucket up. And to the right, uncurls the bucket. And then this moves the arm in, pulling it back, and then moves it out, going that way. And then left to right pivots the machine. So I'll start the turn by this button here on this machine. Sometimes they're on a foot control, but this button here articulates the boom to the left and then to the right. And then this right here works your hydraulics for the auxiliary, which in this case is a thumb attachment. You move it to the left to close it, or to the right to open it. And that's pretty much it. And then this moves forward and backward. In the turn, you just move one more than the other. So you just move this one, turn left or right. So I think that's it. Oh, one other thing on this: if you have the window open, you don't want to and this has a quick exchange for the pin. You don't want to hit the wrong button and spray yourself in the face with the washer fluid. It's less appealing than it sounds.
Sounds pretty appealing.
It takes at least an hour to get that taste out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So that's it. Now you're ready to go. Move mountains.
Wow. Beautiful.